Hello and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello, my name is Taylor and I don't know what I'm doing with this channel. Today I'm gonna do something brand new, which everything's new on this channel I guess, but I'm going to do college advice for freshman year students because last spring and fall was my first and second semester at college, and I know a lot of seniors from high school that are going to be freshmen this year. So I wanted to do this video to give any advice to freshmen because I know I would look up freshman advice on YouTube to see what I would find to help me out a little bit. A lot of this advice would be geared more towards people who live at school, but I'm sure that people who live off of campus will still be able to take this advice. But you know, take it or leave it, you know what I mean? My first piece of advice is don't be afraid to talk to anyone that you're sitting next to in class. This is because I know when I first went to classes, I was terrified to talk to anyone, and that's how it always is, well at least most of the time, where you don't know if the person next to you thinks you're weird if you go and talk to them or whatever, and you're just nervous because it's your first time in college and you don't know how it's gonna go and you're all nervous. But don't be afraid to talk to people because they probably feel the same way that you do, and if you take initiative, it'll make them feel a lot better and it'll make you feel a lot better. Plus, with talking to people in your class, then maybe you can get a group or a study group, which could form into a friend group if you guys like hanging out outside of studying, which is great because I have friends like those and they're wonderful. Don't worry, for the people that you're trying to make friends with and they're kind of like blowing you off a lot, you will find friends that won't blow you off and will like you for who you are. So don't worry, especially even if your campus is small, you will find friends because there are so many different kinds of people that go to college for so many different reasons, and it will definitely help if you go and talk to people first. And if they don't seem that into you and they think you're weird, then you know what? To the next group, like to the next friend. Like, you're always gonna see other people. You're not, that one person doesn't have to be your friend. You can move on and find other people. For people living on campus, if you do not like your roommate, don't stay. Because I have heard the horror stories of so many people of their roommate being just an asshole and just a jerk and someone they genuinely do not like. And they didn't leave because they wanted to be courteous. Now listen, if there's someone I don't like, I'm gonna leave, okay? Like, you shouldn't have to put up with people that are like that you dislike, that don't like you. You don't need to deal with that. You are also paying to go to college. So you should get to be able to pick your roommate or make sure you get to a different room. So if you don't like your roommate, go straight to your administration office and be like, hey, I'm not a big fan of my roommate, or go straight to your RA or your RM and be like, hey, I don't like my roommate, what can we do to fix this situation? If you're going to live on campus, you have to get used to living with someone else, and you have to be considerate of the roommate, because if you're not, then they're not gonna like you. And if you like your roommate instead of disliking them, then that's just gonna ruin the friendship if you're just inconsiderate. You're living with another person, so you gotta make sure that you know that there's another person living with you and you're not living by yourself anymore, so you have to be considerate. Just like you need to be considerate of others around you, just always. You know, even in your room if you're blasting music, like, be considerate. Another thing, this is just for an inside joke, but also I feel that some people do think this. There is no study hall. You study on your own time, whether it's in the weekend or after classes or never, but it's a thing. It's a thing that people think. There is no study hall. That is not a class. Your study hall is your free time, or the time that you study is your free time. There is no study hall. You're not paying to get a study hall, you're paying for classes. Now this is for people who live on campus or off campus. don't go out every night. As much as it may seem great getting drunk and high and all the drugs and drinks, it's not that glamorous. I went to one frat party and it was crowded and hot and there were a lot of drunk people, and you know, it's fun just to have a nice night and just relax and not drink and just watch like Netflix or something. Like, you don't have to go out every night just to seem cool. There are nights that you can take to yourself. And also, along with that, for the love of God, I know that college has a lot of drugs. I go to a party school. I know there's a lot of shit you can get into. For the love of God, only do weed, because there have been overdoses of heroin, and just don't do it, okay? Because once you get into that other stuff, it's like a mess. Just be careful when you're going out, especially with drinks and drugs. Just make sure that you have a DD or someone responsible to save you if something's going wrong, or to tell you if you're like super high or something and someone offers you coke. Make sure like that person is with you to be like, no, don't do that. This is college. It's not high school anymore. It's not middle school. It's not elementary school. It's not summer school. It is college, something that you are paying thousands of dollars, or if you have scholarships, good for you, but you need to actually study, okay? Like, you have to do like, I know that when I was in high school, I didn't do a lot of homework, and like my GPA was just kind of like, whatever, like, but in college, like, you're paying thousands of dollars to go there. You worked to get there. You need to actually do your homework and study. Otherwise, it's just going to be a huge waste for you or your parents or whoever is spending money on you. You got to make sure that you study. You find that time to study. There is no study hall. You need to find your own time to study. Like I said, if you need to take a break from the party scene and just to go home and study and relax, then you can do that. You're allowed to do that. Like, studying is a crucial thing in college. You may, even, especially if you're on campus, you can get carried away, but you need to realize what you're there for initially. You're not there to party and just have a good time. That's a part of it, but your main reason there is to graduate. It's as easy as that. College is a place where you might hear rain. I'm sorry. It's raining. College is a place where you grow and you change. Let yourself grow and change. You don't have to stay the same all the time. It is okay to grow. It is okay to change. You're probably going to get more mature, or you're going to get more mature or more irritated or whatever, but this is a time to grow, and make sure you focus on that as well, where you have to grow as a person. You have to make sure that when you're going to college, you're also growing, because growing is a big part of college, because especially if you're off campus, you're away from home, and you're finally transitioning into being an adult. And like I said, it's supposed to be a time to grow. Be that little seed. Be that little seed that I know that you are, and grow into a big goddamn tree, okay? You're killing me, Doge. She was clawing at my door. I can't. She's a pig. This is my dog, Peanut. Another piece of advice. The Freshman 15 is a thing. You may think that you're not going to gain it, but you know what? You are. Unless you work out and try to make sure you don't gain that 15 pounds, you almost definitely will. And you know what? It's okay. You can lose it. But it's a thing. You're away from home. You're probably eating a lot more. Like, you're probably eating to be full. You shouldn't worry about Freshman 15, but it is a thing. It's not a myth. You're going to gain 15 pounds, or you're going to gain whatever amount of pounds that you are. And you just have to be aware of it. Because it's a thing. Along with that growing, it is also okay to change majors. Just because in the beginning you should be getting your gen eds out first, especially because then you can change your major if you're really like indecisive about it. And it's okay to change your majors. But you just have to be aware money-wise and just be aware what classes you need to take. And you might need to take extra classes for a semester. Are you done? And you might need to take extra classes for a semester. But it's all your choice. It's okay to change majors. But just be aware that when you change it, you're going to have to either take some more classes or whatever. Hello. It is okay to be homesick. Again, this is for people who live on campus that are farther away. It is okay to be homesick. You're far away from home. It's okay to miss your parents. Like, it's a thing that everyone has. You get homesick, especially if you're like 6 hours away. That's okay. It's okay to be homesick. But trust me, when you're home for summer break or winter break, you're gonna want to go back to school. Don't ask me why. Your parents might be irritating you, and you get so much freedom at college, so they might be like, oh, where are you going, blah, blah, blah. When you have so much freedom at college, and now you're feeling constrained because you're trying to be the adult that you know you can be. My final advice is to have fun at college and don't make friends. No, not don't make friends. Like, don't not make friends. Don't be a loner. Don't be sad. Don't be sad like my dog. Are you sad? You look sad. Look over here. Oh, my babies. But yeah, maybe I'll do a thing of this where once a year I give advice to like freshman advice and sophomore advice. I've only taken my gen eds this year, so therefore I can take a lot more in my major, and my major is broadcasting. So choose the right school for you. Good luck in the fall. Study up. Have a great time. I hope you all do great. I'm tired. I want to go back to school. But yeah, don't be nervous. Don't be nervous as you're going to college, because there are a lot of other people who are going to college as well. Try and make freshman friends. Have a good time. You'll be fine. In an additional note, I am going to be trying to upload every Thursday. So if it's on Friday, don't judge me, but this video will be coming up this Thursday. It's a Monday. Just tell me what you guys would like to see more of in the comments below, and I will do them. And if not, I'll just try and be creative and come up with new ideas. Thank you for watching, and subscribe down below. Leave a like to show that you enjoyed my content, but if you didn't enjoy my content, I guess you can just exit out of the page. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next one. Say bye. Bye. Mwah.